Nestled high in the Andes Mountains of Peru lies one of the world's most iconic and mysterious archaeological sites, Machu Picchu. Welcome to a journey through time and wonder, as we explore the secrets of this ancient Incan citadel. Machu Picchu is a 15th-century Inca citadel situated in the eastern Cordillera of southern Peru on a 2,430-meter mountain edge. Frequently alluded to as the Lost City of the Incas, it is the most natural symbol of the Inca realm. It is situated in the Machu Picchu region inside Urubamba territory over the Sacrosanct Valley, which is 80 kilometers northwest of Cusco. The Urubamba stream streams past it, slicing through the Cordillera and making a gorge with a tropical mountain environment. The Inca civilization had no composed language, and following the principal experience by the Spanish officer Baltasar Ocampo, no Europeans are recorded to have visited the site from the late 16th 100 years until the 19th 100 years. To the extent that verifiable information reaches out, there are no current put-down accounts itemizing the site during its time of dynamic use. The names of the structures, their alleged purposes, and their occupants, are the result of current archaeologists in light of actual proof, including burial chambers at the site. Machu Picchu was inherent the traditional Inca style, with clean dry stone walls. Its three essential designs are the Sanctuary of the Sun, the Sanctuary of the Three Windows, and the Intihuatana. The majority of the remote structures have been recreated to provide guests with a superior thought of how they initially showed up. By 1976, 30% of Machu Picchu had been re-established and reclamation proceeds. Latest archaeologists accept that Machu Picchu was developed as a domain for the Inca ruler Pachacuti, 1438 to 1472. The Incas fabricated the bequest around 1450, however deserted it a century after the fact, at the hour of the Spanish success. As per the new AMS radiocarbon dating, it was involved from century 1420 to 1532. Authentic examination distributed in 2022 cases that the site was likely called Huayna Picchu by the Inca nation themselves, as it exists on the more modest pinnacle of a similar name. Machu Picchu was pronounced a Peruvian notable safe haven in 1982 and an UNESCO World Legacy Site in 1983. In 2007, Machu Picchu was casted a ballot one of the new 7 marvels of the world in an overall web survey. In the Quechua language, Machu signifies bold or old individual, while Picchu signifies pyramid, pointed, multi-sided strong, cone, however it might likewise allude to a piece of coca that is bitten. Subsequently, the name of the site is in some cases deciphered as Bold Mountain. The site is on a tight seat between two mountain tops, Machu Picchu and Huayna Picchu. A review distributed in 2021 in Napa Pasha, Diary of the Establishment of Andean Examinations proposes that, in the Quechua language, the unwanted Inca site was classified Huayna Picchu, after the more modest top at the site, or maybe, just Picchu. Huayna signifies youthful in the Quechua language. That's what the examination reports. Beginning in 1911 with the distributions of American history specialist and traveler Hiram Bingham, the name Machu Picchu became related with the remnants. Proof of references by local Quechua speakers dating to their reports to the Azizas Island, early guides, and even conversations with Bingham, is referred to in the new examination into verifiable records in regards to a clearly erratic choice of the name Bingham related with the site that contrasted from the customary name. History. Machu Picchu was recently accepted by Richard L. Berger, teacher of human sciences at Yale College, to have been worked during the 1450s. Nonetheless, a recent report drove by Berger utilized radiocarbon dating, specifically, AMS, to uncover that Machu Picchu might have been involved from around 1420 to 1530 promotion. Development seems to date from two extraordinary Inca rulers, Pachacutic Inca Yupanqui, 1438 to 1471, and Tupac Inca Yupanqui, 1472 to 1493. An agreement among archaeologists is that Pachacutic requested the development of the illustrious home for his utilization as a retreat, undoubtedly after an effective military mission. Despite the fact that Machu Picchu is viewed as a illustrious home, it could not have possibly been passed down in the line of progression. Maybe it was utilized for a long time prior to being deserted, apparently due to the Spanish successes in different pieces of the Inca domain. It is conceivable that the majority of its occupants passed on from smallpox presented by voyagers before the Spanish conquerors even showed up nearby. Daily life in Machu Picchu. During its utilization as a home, it is assessed that around 750 individuals resided there, with most filling in as care staff, who resided there forever. However, the bequest had a place with Pacacutec. Strict subject matter experts and transitory particular specialists resided there too, undoubtedly for the ruler's prosperity and happiness. During the more extreme season, staffing was diminished to around 100 workers and a couple of strict experts zeroed in on support alone. Concentrates on show that, as indicated by their skeletal remaining parts, a great many people who lived there were settlers from different foundations. They coming up short on substance markers and osteological markers, they would have assuming that they had been living there their whole lives. All things considered, examination into skeletal remaining parts has found bone harm from different types of water parasites native to various areas of Peru. There were additionally shifting osteological stressors and differing compound densities proposing changing long-haul slims down attribute of explicit areas that were dispersed separated. These weight control plans are made out of fluctuating degrees of maize, potatoes, grains, vegetables, and fish. However, the latest transient eating regimen for these individuals was by and large made out of not so much fish but rather more corn. This proposes that few of the settlers were from additional seaside regions and moved to Machu Picchu where corn was a bigger part of food consumption. Most skeletal remaining parts found at the site had lower levels of joint pain and bone breaks than those tracked down in many locales of the Inca realm. Inca people who had joint pain and bone breaks were commonly the people who performed weighty actual work or served in the Inca military. Creatures are additionally thought to have moved to Machu Picchu, as there were a few bones found that were not local to the area. Most creature bones found were from llamas and alpacas. These creatures normally inhabit heights of 4,000 meters instead of the 2,400 meters rise of Machu Picchu. Probably, these creatures were acquired from the Puna area for meat utilization and for their pelts. Guinea pigs were likewise found at the site in unique burial place caves, recommending that they were basically utilized for funerary customs, as it was normal all through the Inca realm to involve them for penances and meat. 6 canines were likewise recuperated from the site. A large part of the cultivating done at Machu Picchu was finished on its many man-made porches. These patios were a work of impressive designing, work to guarantee great seepage and soil ripeness while likewise safeguarding the actual mountain from disintegration and avalanches. Nonetheless, the porches were noticeably flawed, as investigations of the land show that there were avalanches that occurred during the development of Machu Picchu. Still apparent are spots where the porches were moved via avalanches and afterward balanced out by the Inca as they kept on working around the area. Porches developed ignoring the Urubamba stream and numerous different springs gave new water to edit creation and served in excess of 1,000 families. Nonetheless, patio cultivating region makes up something like 12 sections of land, and an investigation of the dirt around the porches showed that what was developed there was for the most part corn and potatoes, which was sufficiently not to help the 750+ individuals living at Machu Picchu. This makes sense of why studies done on the food that the Inca ate at Machu Picchu propose it was imported from the encompassing valleys and farther abroad. It is assessed that the region around the site has gotten in excess of 1,800 millimeters of downpour each year since promotion 1450, which was an overabundance to help crop development. As a result of the adequate precipitation at Machu Picchu, it was observed that water system was not generally required for the patios. The porches got such an excess of downpour that they were worked by Incan specialists explicitly to consider adequate seepage of abundance water. Removal and soil examinations done by Kenneth Wright during the 1990s showed that the porches were implicit layers, with a base layer of bigger stones covered by free rock. On top of the rock was a layer of combined sand and rock stuffed as one, with rich dirt covering it. Research showed that the dirt was most likely moved from the valley floor to the patios since it was obviously superior to the dirt higher up the mountain. Preservation. In 1981, Peru pronounced an area of 325.92 square kilometers, 125.84 square miles, encompassing Machu Picchu, a noteworthy safe haven. Notwithstanding the remnants, the safe haven incorporates a huge piece of the connecting district, rich with the widely varied vegetation of the Peruvian Yungas and Focal Andean wet Puna ecoregions. Past its verifiable importance, Machu Picchu houses a different scope of animal varieties. Among them are the Andean fox, jaguar, biscacha, spectacled bear, and white-followed deer. The asylum is likewise environment for in excess of 420 bird species, prominently the chicken of the rock and the Andean condor. The general climate includes an assortment of tree animal varieties like birch, white cedar, husk, and shrub. In 1983, UNESCO assigned Machu Picchu a World Legacy Site, depicting it as a flat-out magnum opus of design and an extraordinary declaration to the Inca development. As we conclude our journey through Machu Picchu, we are left in awe of the ingenuity, spirituality, and resilience of the Inca civilization. Its legacy endures not only in the stone walls and terraces of this ancient citadel but also in the hearts and minds of all who are fortunate enough to witness its majesty. Machu Picchu, a testament to human achievement and a window into the mysteries of the past.